You don't have to learn everything in coding to get good fast. In fact, 80% of your progress comes from 20% of what you focus on. That's what changed everything for me. I used to jump from tutorials to tutorials. One day Python basic, the next day framework, the next day SQL. And I felt like I was learning a lot. But actually, I was going nowhere. The truth is, once I understood what truly mattered, I started learning faster, building better, and finally feeling confidence in my skills. By the way, I'm Eric, and welcome to Code with Eric, where I share my coding journey and simple tutorials to help beginners make real progress without feeling overwhelmed. Today, we are breaking down one of the most powerful learning principles in coding, which is the 80-20 rule, and how it helped me cut through confusion and finally grow as a programmer. When I first started learning to code, I tried literally everything. I would watch hours of tutorials, read articles, and jump into topics I did not even understand. But every time I tried to build something, I would freeze because all that information were not connected. I remember one night, I was trying to build a simple portfolio website and I could not even get my logic to work properly. I sat here frustrated, asking myself, why do I know so much theory? I can't build anything real. That was when I came across the 80-20 rule. A simple idea that 80% of your results comes from 20% of your effort. And I realized in coding, it's not about learning everything. It's about mastering the right things first. Here's how I apply the 80-20 rule to my learning and how you can too. The first thing I did was to focus on core foundation. Every language has fundamentals, which are variables, loop, functions, and data structures. These are the 20% that will power almost anything you build. And over my next future videos, I'll be breaking them down in details, not just theory, but how to actually use them in real projects. So subscribe and turn on your notifications. Once you understand this deeply, every framework and language becomes easy to learn. The second thing I did was to build small projects early instead of trying to master everything before coding. I started building small, a password checker, a dice roller, a grocery list manager. Each project was simple, but it made me apply what I've learned. That's how real understanding happens, not from watching, but from doing. The last thing I did was to learn just in time. When I faced a problem I did not understand, that's when I went to Google, YouTube to learn the concept right when I needed it. It saved me from wasting time on things I might never use, and it made every lesson feel relevant and connected to my actual progress. Once I started learning this way, everything changed. Coding stopped being like a mountain and started being like a journey. I began seeing patterns, writing cleaner codes, and finally finishing the project I started. And the best part, I did not feel burnt out every time anymore because I wasn't trying to do it all. I was just focusing on what really mattered. So if you're learning to code right now and feel overwhelmed, remember this: you don't need to know everything. You just need to master the core 20% that drives 80% of your progress. Start small, stay consistent, build projects. Because every function you fix, every bug you solve, and every small project you finish, they are all part of the 20% that leads to the big results. This is how you grow faster, smarter, and stronger as a developer, by focusing on what really matters. If you found this helpful, ensure to subscribe to Code with Eric. I share my coding journey, tutorials, and lessons to help you grow without feeling stuck. See you in the next one.